Now coming to the operators concept here. Operators, so basically operators are it used to perform some operations on the variables. Okay, and that can perform some operations onto the variables we have here. If suppose I have to take two operands, I have to if I'm taking an expression a plus b, what are the operands here? A and b are operands, and plus c is my operator. Plus c is my operator. So if this operator is lies between two operands, then it is called binary. Okay, if it is done with only one operand, then it is called unary operator. Unary operator. And if it is done with more than two, like three operands, then it is called ternary operator. Okay, so the operator is lies between two operands, then it is the binary operator. Okay, and it is lies between only one operand, that is called unary operator. And it is lies between three operands, it is called ternary operator. So ternary means what? I am using here argument 1, argument 2, and argument 3. Question and colon is called ternary operator. Of course it is called conditional operator also. It is also called conditional operator. So let us see what are the various type of operators are available in C here. We have these many types of operators here. First one is arithmetic operators. Second one is assignment operators, and the third one is increment and decrement operators, relational operators, logical, conditional. Okay, conditional and ternary operator both are same. Gamma operator, size of operators, and bitwise operators. Okay, and these are the uh, different types of operators. Okay, so we will see one by one all these operators. So first of all, already you know, coming to the arithmetic operators. So what are the arithmetic operators here? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. Already you know addition means perform the sum, subtraction. For multiplication, okay, asterisk symbol is used. But the two important observation is this here: division and modulus. What is the difference between these two here? What is the difference between these two? And in this scenario, if you observe here, if I am taking my inputs here, 7 and 4, 17 and 4, the sum of 17 plus 4, 21, you know, subtraction 13, okay, product 68. But what about 4s are here? Why? And if you are doing this division for this here, you will get the quotient only. It's nothing but decimal part truncate. Only the decimal part truncated value will come. It's nothing but the quotient value will come. But if you are using here percentage, you will get remainder. Okay, you will get a remainder after integer division only. You will get a integer remainder only. This is the two important points here. The important point is what? So if you are doing with this division operator, you will get quotient is the answer. If you are using percentage, remainder will be the answer. Let us see. I want to give the example here. Okay, 17. So I want to divide this 17 with 3. 3 5s are 15. Now observe here. In this case, this 5 will be your quotient. You will get this. So if you write 17 by 3, then you will get 5. And if you write 17 percentage of, if you write 17 percentage of 3, you will get a remainder 2. Okay, 17 divisible by 3 means what? Quotient. What is the quotient, sir? Here 5. And 17 percentage of 3, you will get a remainder. What is the remainder here? 2 will come. What is the remainder? 2 will come. So modulus will give the remainder. Okay, modulus will give the remainder. Division will give the quotient. division will give the quotient. The thing is that the important point. So if we want to retrieve a digit from the number, we can use percentage 10. Percentage 10. See, I am taking, suppose my input is 123. I want to extract the first digit. Like I am assuming 3 is the first digit. Suppose 123 percentage of 10. Then I am getting 3. So I'm taking 12 percentage of 10. So I'm getting, what is the first digit? 2. 1 percentage of 10. I'm getting what? 1. Okay. See, to retrieve the digit from the number, we can use percentage 10. But I want to remove the digits from the number here. Then, if you want to remove the digit from the number, use divisible by 10. Use divisible by 10. How we use here? I can write 123 by 10. So 123 by 10 means what? 12 will come. Now I'm removing 3 digits. 12 by 10. I'm removing the, okay, 2. Then 1 will come. 1 by 10. So further 0 will come. That's okay. So this is the important points related to the modulus 10 and divisible 10. To extract the digits of the number, use percentage 10. To remove the digits of the number, use divisible by 10 here. Okay, divisible by 10. And this is about here hmm, the modulus and division operators. Modulus and division operators. Otherwise, see, I am taking here A is some 15 and B is some 5. Then I have to print, okay, A plus B is equal to percentage D comma A plus B. Okay, I have to give, already you know addition subtraction, so that is why I don't want to give all the things here. I can give only this percentage and division only. Okay. So what are the values I'm getting here in this case here? So I'm getting here. So why I'm not getting here percentage here? So to get percentage, we have to write 2 times. Why? So percentage will give only 1 percentage. So now see, for the first time, A percentage B is what? You will get 5 3 15. Remainder 3. If 3 is what? Quotient and remainder is 0. That is why I'm getting 0. And 5, 15 divisible by 5 means what? 3 is the quotient. That is why I'm getting value here. Here if I'm writing 1 percentage means what here? I will not get anything here. If you write 2 percentage only, it will be displayed. That is why I'm writing 2. Now after the arithmetic operators, if we have assignment operators, okay, assignment operator. So what is mean by actually assignment operator? Assignment means what here? A value can stored in a variable here. The value can be assigned to a variable. That can be done with the assignment operator. The operand on the left side and should be a variable, while the operand on right side can be a constant or expression, like x equal to 8. Okay, left side is variable and right side is constant. A equal to x plus y minus 2, this is expression, left side is variable here. Okay, and sometimes here I'm writing like this, x equal to x plus y, but I don't want to use this. Okay, I want to write this in the shortcut way, that is x plus or 5, and this is called compound assignment statement. When the variable on left hand side assignment operator is also occur on right side, we can avoid writing the variable twice by using compound assignment here. So actually the left and right hand side, the same variable will be appear means what? I want to write only one time with the help of compound assignment statement. Okay, so how many ways we can write compound. If see, I am taking suppose a equal to a plus b is there, I can write like this: a plus or equal to b. I can write a equal to a minus b, then I can write a minus equal to b. Okay, this is the way we can write. So like we can apply this assignment for all arithmetic operator also: plus equal to minus equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, division equal to, and modulus equal to. Now after assignment operator, we have the concept of increment and decrement operators here. What is mean by increment and what is mean by decrement here? See, the increment operators increment the value of the variable by 1. Similarly, decrement means what? The value of the variable is decrement by 1. Decrement, similarly, the decrement, in the case of decrement operator, the value is decremented by 1. See, plus 6, if I am taking here, it is equivalent to x equal to x plus 1. And minus x means what? It is equal to x equal to x minus 1. And again, these operators here, increment and decrement operators, are divided into two types. One is pre-increment, okay, another one is post-increment. Similarly, the decrement is also pre-decrement, post-decrement, pre-decrement and post-decrement. And let us see the examples of this. What is pre and post? What is pre and post? So in this case, so in the case of pre-increment, actually, in the case of pre-increment, so first the value of variable is increment or decrement. Either if it is pre or post or pre-increment or decrement, the value is first modified. And that is modified means either it is incremented or decremented. And this modified value is assigned later in the application. See, I am taking a is 10. I am printing a 10. Now I am using plus a. Plus a means what? First a is 10. Plus a means it is incremented by 1 next 11. And print percentage of t of a. Here the 11 is assigned. The 11 is assigned. And what about postfix? What about postfix? In the case of postfix here, the value is first 10, and then I am printing 10. Okay. Now postfix means what? The value first 10 is assigned as it is here. In the case of post increment, in the case of post, what happened here? First the value of variable is used as it is. The value of variable is as it is, and later it can be increment or decrement. See, first 10, the 10 is assigned as it is, and later it is incremented by 11. So it is incremented by 11. See, pre means what? It can be modified first, and modified value is assigned. Post means what? Value is assigned as it is, later it is modified. That is the difference. Okay, so that is the difference. Let us see the various examples. So now in this case, what I am doing, sir, here, x is 7, y is 3, z is 2. So now p equal to x plus minus y plus z. So the main important thing, well, if an expression is consisting of pre and post, pre is having a priority than post. It is very important. Okay, pre is having a priority than post. So that is why, and the always this pre and post increment are expanded from right to left. Okay, right to left, not left to right here. Okay, there are only the assignment operator and this pre and post, all unary operators are expanded from right to left, and remaining are the expansion can be done in left to right only. So that is why. So first one, during the simplifying expressions with the operators here, unary, this pre and post increment operator, first compiler check, is there any pre increment or decrement? first evaluated, then after then only post will be verified. So now first coming to here, plus plus z. What is plus plus z? It is pre, so now it will be 3. And after then plus plus minus minus y, it will be what? 2. Decremented value is decremented. X means what? It is 7 only. It is post means what? It is the value is not incremented. Now 7 plus 2, okay, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. So answer is what here? What is the value of p? It is 12. P will be 12. And what about x? Already one increment is postponed here. So now one increment is postponed means what? We are calling again x means what? Right now x is 8. X is 8. So now it is 12, it is 8. And what about y? Already decremented, it is 2. And what about z? Already it is incremented, it is 3. Okay, it is 3. So 12 and 8, 2 and 3 is the answer. Now coming to the next example. Coming to this example here. So again, expansion, okay, it is from here. It is from so first one from right to left, expansion is from right to left, so that is why. So first minus minus y, actually y value is what's 20, minus minus y means 19. Okay, and next x plus plus is what? So here, okay, we have plus plus multiplication minus minus. So first priority is going for the plus plus minus minus, then only the star is simplified. So x plus plus means what? 10. 10 10 into 19, how much it is? 10 into 19 means 190. So if you are printing z value will be what? 190, the last value. Okay, and what about x? Here one increment is postponed, so first it is 10, so now it is incremented here, so that is why it will be 11. It will be 11. And y already decremented 1, so that is why it is 19. So answer is 11. Answer is what? 11, 19, 190. 11, 19, 190. Now coming to the next example. See, I'm taking here a is 4 and b is 8, c is 3 and d is 9. Is 9. So z will be equal to, I'm writing this expression here. See, so first of all pre's are executed. What is minus minus d? Minus minus d means what? It will be 8. Okay, is there any pre-increment is there? Yes, plus plus b means 9. After then it is 4. And next the c is what? It is post decrement, so now it is 3. Like after then it is simplified, then you will get the values like this here. A will be 5, b is 9, c 2, d 8 and z 23. Z means 23 here. Okay, so first all pre's are executed here, all pre's are simplified. Minus d, it is 8. Plus plus b, it is also 9. Okay, a, it is 4. And c is how much here? 3 only. 4 plus 9, 13. 13 plus 3, 16. 16 mhm. Okay, the c value is how much it is here? 3 only. So actually we are using what here? Multiplication. That is the problem. Okay, we are using here, after this the multiplication is simplified. The multiplication is simplified. 9 3s are 27, but 27 plus 4, 31. 31 minus 8, okay, 23. So it is it will come. Now coming to this example. So now in this case here, this is post and this is pre-increment. So first how it will be simplified here in this case? How it will be simplified here? First plus plus 5, plus plus x, pre-increment. Plus plus x means what? It will be 6. It is 6. Okay, after then next x means what? X means x plus plus means what? It is only 5. Okay, 6 plus 5, how much it is? X value is 11. Okay, 6 but actually the X value is the current value of X will be what? The current value of X will be what? 6 only. So that is why already X is incremented 1 6. Now 6 plus 6 12. 12 again we are calling. Again we are calling 1 X means what? Again we are calling X means what? One increment is postponed. Now 6 plus 6 is 12 and 12 plus 1 13 is the answer. Okay, 13 is the answer. Okay, 13 is the answer. So like this, so I'm giving here a equal to 2, b equal to 3, b minus minus, b minus minus means 3 only, a plus 2, 2 plus 3 5. Okay, but after we are calling a means what? A means what? One increment is postponed, that is why it is 3. And b means what? One postponed decrement, so that is why 5 minus 1 4. Answer is 4. 3 and 4. And the important scenario, it's very important here. So I observed here already with my experience here. I observed uh, there is only one compiler. There is only one compiler, that is Turbo C compiler. It can follows only the unique principle for simplifying these expressions consisting of pre and post increment. And other editors, they are not follow any unique principles for simplifying this pre increment operators. So for post, okay, no problem with that. For simplifying this pre-increment or pre-decrement operators, they are not followed unique. See, here I am giving my results based on the Turbo C compilers. Even though if I execute my code with the Dev C compiler, but especially for these scenarios, if you want to get the exact output, you must execute these in Turbo C compiler. Based on that only I am analyze here. But other than that, if you compare with any other editors here, they are not follow unique principle for solving these expressions here. See, actually a is 1, sir. Actually a is 1. Then I am using this a equal to a plus 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 a plus plus. Okay, this is the scenario. If your it uses only one variable and it's consisting of all pre or post increments, in that scenario you may chance of getting some different answer compared to other editors. Especially I am giving my this scenario, my analyzation is almost similar to the Turbo C compiler, not for other editors. See, so post increment means what? First a plus plus means it is 1. Again 1. Again 1. Okay, now 1 plus 1 plus 1 3. Okay, the value is 3. And how many post increments I am using here? 1 2 3. Now 3 plus 3. So finally your answer is 6. Your answer is 6. See, so first post increment means what? The value is substituted as it is. Later, okay, it is incremented. So now values are substituted by 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. Now how many post increments I am using here? 3. So that is why. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. And how many post increments I am using here? 3. That is why you will get here answer is you will get answer is 6. Okay. Then what about in the case of in the case of freezer? It is quite different here. And in this scenario, you will get different answers. It's and very important also. See in this scenario here, A is 1, but pre means what? First it is incremented by 2, and next it is incremented by 3, and next it is incremented by 4. But don't tell the answer 4 plus 3 plus 2. It is wrong. Okay, so most of the compiler they perform this here 4 plus 3 plus 2 totally it will give what? 7 7 plus 2 9, but it is wrong here. So don't consider these two here. So what is the final value of a is sir 4, and that should be substituted here. So now 4 plus 4 plus 4, what is the answer? 4 plus 4 plus 4 here, 12 is the answer. This is the different here. So I challenge here, if you exclude this program with the turbo C compiler, you will get 12. And if you exclude the same program with different editors, you will get different answers. Okay, they are not follow any proper analyzation for simplifying this here. Only turbo C is follows here. But according to that analyze here, turbo C way only I am explaining here. Okay, so if you exclude this code with the turbo C compiler, you will get answer 12. But with another one, you will get different answers. Otherwise, you will verify later. Okay, so only for this type of things here, if a variable is it's consisting of only one same variable, at that scenario only you will face this type of problems. For remaining, if it is consisting of different variable means no issues, no issues. Okay. Hmm. Now, so coming to the relational operators here. So relational operators means what? So it is used to compare the values of the expression. Sometimes if you want to compare one value with another one, that is nothing but it shows the relation here. So what are the operators? Are less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to, equal to. Okay, double equal to means what? Have to compare two numbers. Not equal to means it is also comparison, but single equal to means assignment. So if the relation is true, then the value of relation expression is 1. It's very important. If the relation is false, then the value of expression is 0 here. Okay. So now, if any expression, if any expression is false, it's equivalent to 0. And any non-zero value, actually it shows here, any non-zero value, that represents true. The thing is that here, so I'm writing here a less than b. And if you want to print its value, you will get a, so a is what, 9, 9, 5, 9 less than 5. Is it true? False. That is why you will get 0. So like this, you can write the conditions here. You can give the relation also here. But there is no concept of a Boolean data type in C here. So instead of Boolean here, the false represents 0, true represents 1. True represents 1. If you want to proof of that one, I will give the proof also. See what I'm doing here. I can write printf percentage t. Just I am writing a greater than b. So printf percentage d comma a less than b. I'm writing here. I want to give some slash n here a greater than b, a less than b. So now see the expression here. A is what, 15, and b is 5. 15 greater than 5. Okay, it represents 15 greater than 5 is true, true. Then in this scenario you will get a greater than b equal to 1. 15 less than 5. 15 less than 5. Now in this scenario you will get 0. Can now see the first one, a greater than b is 1, a less than b 0. Yes. So the expression it's represents true means what? The equivalent integer value will be 1. The expression which represents false, the equivalent integer is 0. Okay, that is the one. Now, so after completion of relation operators here, after completion of relation operators, the next one is the logical operators here. Logical operators. Sir, what are the logical operators we have? The logical operators are logical AND, logical OR, and logical NOT. Okay, so these actually, what is the need of these logical operators here? it is used to construct the logical, or we can also call Boolean operators. They are used to construct some logical expressions. And not only that, sometimes if you want to combine any two or expression, two or more expression, we can use this logical also. So what I'm going to take here, I have to combine these two expressions with the help of a logical. If a is 10 and b is greater than a, okay, I have to combine with some logical operator and logical operator. Okay, and see, I have to give the examples also. The important concept related to this logical and see here, okay, we have scenarios. So I'm taking a is 10 and b is 5 and c equal to 0. So a is 10. A is 10 means what? So 10 is equal to 10 true, and b greater than a. B greater than a means what? 5 greater than a is false. It is one is true and one is false. One is true and one is false means what? False here. So actually, the truth table of find here. If both the two inputs are true only, the answer is true. And remaining cases, if at least one of the input is false here, the resultant will be false here. The resultant will be false. So, like see here in this scenario, the second one, both the two are false. So resultant table is false. If true and true, 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 false, false, true, false only. True and false, false, false and true, false. But the important consideration is this. The important. See, the value of expression will be again false is 0 for true 1. Now, the important consideration for logical and see, if the first one is true, like the first expression is true only, then evaluation of a second is happened. Okay, this is the two important conditions here. These are the two important. If the first one is true only, then it wait for the result. So if the first one is false here, blindly it will give the results as false here. If first one is false here, blindly it will give the results as false here. That is a special case in the case of and logical and here. See, I have to explain one more time here. See, if this is true here, if it is true, then only the compiler verify the second expression. If the first one is false, it won't verify the second. Once blindly, it can assume results is false. This is a special case. Okay, and I will give one example related to this program also hereby. What the importance of logical and means, what the compiler during the uh, simplification time, expression simplification time, if a first expression is true only, the second is verified, it is modified. That means it can be very evaluated. If first one is false here, it blindly assume that overall expression is false. It won't evaluate the second expression. This is the important case. Okay, then what about in the case of what about in the case of r, sir? R means what? How truth table of R? If one of the expression is true, remaining will be true. If any one of the expression is true, the resultant is true. Remaining will be false. That's all. See here, true, false. One is true. That is why true. True, true. Only one is true. True. False, true. True. But false, false, false. False, false is false. And in logical R also one special case is there. What is the special case, sir? See, if a first expression A, if a first expression is true, the compiler won't verify the second one. Blindly, it can assume that result is true. Blindly, it can assume that if first one is true, it won't verify the evaluate the second one. Immediately, it will assume that the entire expression is true. Then it will give the answer. It can assume that the expression is true. Okay, this is the one of the special case here, one of the special case, and I will give the difference of a and or also with the suitable examples. and remaining cases it will follow the truth table of if both the if any one of them is true, any one of them is true, and false if no one is false true, so that is why resultant is false. That's the resultant is false. Almost it is similar to the truth table of okay, both the logical and logical are the truth table of and are. And next not means what here? My expression is suppose here not of true means what false, not of false means what true. That's all. Okay. So if I'm writing here b greater than c, suppose this expression is true, not of true means what false. If a and c, now not of false, it will be true. And a is 10, some b is 5 like this here. Okay. So and one more important thing is that not of a means what? A is 10. See, any non-zero number, it's very important point. Any non-zero number, it's represents true. It represents true. Any zero value will represent false. Any zero value will represent the false. Any non-zero means it is true. Okay. Any zero value will represent the false. It's important. It is important. Hmm. Now, after or not, I have to give the example here. Hmm. This is the example here. Okay. So I want to give the uh, proof also. Okay. See here. Hmm. So see here, in this case here, okay, for the example of logical or I am taking here if else. Generally, how if else will work here. Basically, if else means what? If this condition is true, the statement flag is executed. If this condition is false, if this condition is false here, the else block is executed. Okay. So actually, tomorrow I will start this concept here, conditional statements. But today here, for the purpose of this logical or example, I'm taking the, I'm considering the if else block. Okay. So if else block means what? My question is this here. My question is this. Okay, x equal to 100 and y is 200. And I am using this if else here. What is the output of this program? What is the x and y value? Mhm. Oh, yes. What is the expected values? And send your answer as a message also, no problem here. So see here, observe the scenario first. Okay, this is compound assignment statement. Compound assignment statement means x is 100. 100 minus 100. So tell me here. So I am giving here. My input is x is 100 minus 100. It will be 0. Okay. So first one will be what? 0. If first one is 0 means it is false here. Then what about the value? What about the value here? Y value. Y value will means what? 200 minus 100. 200 minus 100 means what? 100 here. 100 is the value of y is 100 means it is a non-zero value. Non-zero means true. False or true. True. We are using logical or. So then x and y values are modified here. So that is why, see, what are the values you are getting here? 0 and 100. You are getting 0 and 100. Okay. But see, if I am taking here 200, if I am taking suppose 200, now tell me what is the expected output? If I am taking 200 and this, now tell me what is the answer? So in this case, observe very carefully. Now x minus 100 means what? 200 minus 100. 100 means what? 100 I am getting here. 100 means it is non-zero or zero? Non-zero. Non-zero means what? It is true. Non-zero means it is true. Okay, it is true. Now, when we are working with this logical R, if a first expression is true, the compiler won't evaluate the second one. Won't evaluate the second one. So now this expression is true, and if the compiler, it can assume that overall expression is true. So overall expression is true means what? So the true block is executed. What is the true blocks are? We are printing x and y. So now what is the value of x? X is 200 minus 100 means 100. And what about y? Y means what? It is 200. The y is not modified here. So that is why the expected output is, what is the expected output? 100 and 200. The expected output is what? 100 and 200. Okay. So 100 and 200. Okay, Sai Ruchita is given here. Okay, that is correct answer. And what about this? In this scenario, you will get, actually the actual intention of mine is this here. Mm. So I want to give the special case. The special case of R is this here. So 200 minus 100 means true. Then in this scenario, y is not modified. Y is not modified means what? It is 200. X is modified. Okay. So that is why you will get a. That is why you will get 100 and 200. But one more scenario. Okay, so one more scenario, I have to make this as 100. Sorry, I have to make 100, and I am using here logical and, I'm using here logical and I am using here logical and. So now tell me what is the output of this program? Now tell me what is the output of this program? X is 100 and y is 200, and I am using logical and operation here. Now tell me what is the output. And now tell me, Sai Ruchita, send your answer through the message here. Not only Sai Ruchita here, if anyone interested, send me your answer on a text message here. 100. So what is the value of x and y? I want the answers of x and y. 0 and 100. Who is saying that 0 and 100? Arsha Venkata Sai. Okay, 0 and 100. Hmm. Harika saying that 200 and 200. Sai Ruchita saying that 100 and 200. Observe carefully. Observe carefully. Hmm. So, hmm. So now I have to explain. Listen carefully. See, already we are working with the logical and means what? If a first one is true only, then the second is evaluated. So now first one is 100, sorry. 100, it is compound assignment statement. 100 minus 100 means what? X equal to x minus 100. X equal to 100 minus 100 means its value will be 0. 0 means what? 0 means what? It is false. Now the compiler, okay, one expression is false here. We are working with the logical and one expression is false means what? The overall expression will be false. Overall expression will be, it can treat it as a compiler false. Now false means what? Else block is executed. But else block is not here. Only x can be modified. Only x is modified. Y is as it is. Okay, the y is not modified here. The y is not modified. So now tell me what is the answer here. Now tell me what is the answer. Answer is 0 and 200. 0 and 200. Okay, not 100, 200, not a 0, 100. Answer is 0 and 200. This is the special case here. This is a special case. Okay, if first one is 0 means what? This is false. Now false of anything is false. The compiler blindly false. Then else black is executed. But this value is not expanded, not evaluated here. Come, it is not modified. Because of that, y will be, it is 200. Only x can be modified. X can be modified. So answer is 0 and 200. These are the two special cases. Okay. Are you followed or not? And still you have any issues with this here? So I will explain the last 5 minutes before. And next, after this we have another type of operators here, conditional operators. We have one more operator here called conditional operators. So actually, what is conditional operator here? So conditional operators is nothing but it's a ternary operator. So it uses the expressions like this: text expression, expression 1, and expression 2. It uses like this. So now how this will work here? First, this expression is true, then the expression 1 is executed, and this is false here. Expression 2 is executed. That's all. So if a text expression is non-zero, non-zero means it is true, then this is executed. If it is 0, false will be executed. False flag will be executed. And this is here ternary. Ternary means 3. We are working with the 3 operands. That is why these 2 operators are called ternary or conditional operator also. I want to give here. See, I am taking here a is 2 and x I am assigning this ternary operator to some x. Here a greater than or equal 10. Is it 2 greater than or equal 10? No. So that is why if it is true, 1 can be assigned to x. So if it is false, 0 is assigned to x. So that is why. So now if it is false, 0 is assigned to the x. If you are printing x, you will get 0. You will get 0. Now I want to give the an example of this ternary operator here. So what I am doing here, so I am taking here 2 numbers. So a equal to some 18 and b equal to 5. I want to find the biggest of 2 numbers here. What I am doing here, first my expression is if a greater than b, then question mark, a is the big. Otherwise, colon b is the big. That's all. And I have to take one more variable called some big. Now I have to assign big to this. Now print the big number. Printf percentage d is big. Come, what is percentage d big? So now what is the output here? 18 is big. I'm getting 18 is big. See how it will work. So first a is 18 and b is 5. So here it will compare here. 18 is greater than 5. 18 is greater than 5, true. Then immediately the value a is assigned in the place of big here. Now 18 is assigned to the big. Now big is this. Let's suppose if I am giving here 50. If I am giving 50 means what? A greater than b. Is the 18 greater than 50? No. Immediately b is assigned to the big. What is the value of b? 50. Then you will get 50 is big. Otherwise, see the expression. Okay. So you will get 50 is big. Okay. You will get here 50 is big. So how ternary operator will work? It uses question and colon. That's all. The expression is true. The question after the question mark, the statement is evaluated. It is false after the colon will be evaluated. That's all. Okay. And not only this here, I don't want to here. I don't want to assign here directly. I can write here also. So I don't want I don't want to take variables are here bigger. Can I write directly here? Yes. So in the place of a, what I am writing here, I have to write printf some a is big. That's, and in the place of b, I am writing some statement here, b is big. I can also write like, so now I am getting here b is big. Sir, I want to write the values also. Percentage d is big, comma a. Percentage d is big, comma b. So now I am taking first one is some 1800. Then you will get 1800 is big. It is suppose 5000. Now I am getting 5000 is big. That's it's very simple here. So if this expression is true, the statement is executed. Then if it is false, the statement after the colon is executed. That's all. Statement after the colon is executed. Okay. So this is about here conditional or ternary operator. And next one is the size of operator here. The size of operator. Sir, what is size of operator here? So size of operators, the size of operator is the unary operator. It's give the size of the operands here. It's give the size of the operand in terms of bytes on. So the operand maybe you can use variable, constants, and a data type also. Anything you can use. Okay. So let us see the example of that. Here I'm using the, basically I want to get a, if you want to get a size in bytes here, I want to use unsigned integer. That is why I'm using here percentage u for unsigned integer. Otherwise you can take percentage d also, no problem with that one. So already you know size of integer. Directly I'm taking here data type. Size of integer is what? 2 bytes according to Turbo C compiler. Anyway, if you are working with the this Dev C compiler, the size of integer is 4 bytes. So you will get 4. The size of float is what? 4 bytes. And a constant, if I am taking here 45, 45 is what? It is the literal, which type of literal? Integer. So that is why you will get 4. Okay. You will get, actually, if it is Turbo C, you will get 2 bytes. Okay, size of 45 according to the Turbo C compiler. I'm giving 2. Float is this and integer is this. I will give one more example related to the size of here. C, I'm taking here int equal to 12 and the float b equal to some 12.78. Okay, so now printf percentage d backslash n comma size of a. So similarly I can write, so I'm taking here size of a and the size of b, and now here I'm taking one int directly. I can take I'm taking float. Okay, otherwise I'm taking one character also. Okay, you can see the execution of this code here. So first time So basically, the DevC compiler, it uses integer size as here 4 bytes. So that is why the size of integer here. Uh, the DevC Turbo C compiler, it uses 4 bytes, but the DevC compiler, it uses here 4 bytes. That is why I'm getting here. First one is 4. Okay. And next, what about second one? Float size is also 4. Okay. And what about third one here? So in this scenario, A and B are variable. So size of it is used to find the size of a variable also, size of operand, and integer for data type also it can find here. Size of float, float size is also 4. Okay, no problem. And what about ch? Ch is what? It is the character constant. So what is the size of character? 1 byte. Okay, it is also give the correct. And size of char is the data type. That is why I'm getting here 1. Okay, so I'm getting 1. So by using size of, we can find the size of the variable, size of the literals, okay, size of the data type also, data type also. But I have to give one question for everyone. Okay, and my question is this. So I want to find the size of some small a and size of 12.89. So now tell me, sir, what is the expected answer? What is the expected output of this? What is the expected output of this program? Okay, so tell me here your answer. Answer 1 comma 8. Sai Ruchita saying that 1 comma 8. So tell me why it is 1. Why it is 1 means, sir, it is a character type. That is why the size of character is 1 byte. Okay, and what about 8? What about 8? Actually 12.89 is float or double. What is the size of float? Hmm. So size of 12.89. One more message. So float, size of float is 4. Now tell me, Sai Ruchita here, what is the output? What is the expected output? 1 comma 4 or 1 comma 8? See, so okay, 1 comma 8. Again, you are saying that 1 comma 8. So answer is not 1 comma 8, sir, here. So by default, if you take any decimal value in C program, it is treated as good. Who is saying that? Arsha Venkatesai is saying that 4 comma 8 is correct. C, if you take here by default, uh, uh, in the case of C language here, the decimal value, okay, the decimal value has a double type here, double type. So that is why I am getting size of double is what? 8. Because of this here 8. Anyway, so half of the answer is correct. Sai Ruchita, this is correct. Okay. And what about size of a here in this case here? If it is literal, the literal is replaced with here. Characters are not stored directly in the memory. They are stored, it's a integer value, ASCII values. What is the ASCII value of small a, are here? What is the ASCII value of small a? 97. Tell me 97 is which type of it is? It is integer. So now what is the size of integer? We are working with the DevC compiler. So that is why it is 4. So now the answer is what? 4 and 8. Okay, basically I'm taking here character literal, but characters are not stored directly inside the memory. Okay, they are uses ASCIIs, and ASCIIs are stored. Now we have to find the size of a means what? Size of its ASCII value. All ASCII values are integer type, so that is why size of integer will be 4. And why second one is 8 here? By default all the decimals are double type. And if you take in math.h header files here, see all decimals, it uses all return types only, doubles only, because of this here. So that is why the expected output is 4 and 8. Okay, the expected output is this 4 8. Hmm. Okay, so now here I am giving a size of a means 2. I am giving means what? According to Turbo C compiler, I am giving the 12.78 means double. But I want to get a special. I want to represent the float type means then add this f with the decimal. If we add f with the decimal here, you will get 4. Okay, now the compiler it can treat this 12.78 as a float type. The size of float is what again 4 bytes. The size of okay float is what 4 bytes, and this is the special case. Okay. Hmm. And now okay. So after this size of operator, the remaining one is the comma. Comma is also one of the operator here. So what is comma operator here? So basically, comma is also operator. By using comma, we can separate some set of expressions here. Uh, it is used to separate some expressions. So basically, I'm taking here example int ABC sum. So now a equal to 8, b equal to 7, c equal to 9. It is initialized, and now a plus b plus c means what here? So now whatever the variable that is last rightmost variable here, that is assigned here. So now a is 8, 8 plus 7, 8 plus 7, 15, 15 plus 9, 24. 24 is assigned to the sum, then you will get this. Okay. So how comma is derived here? The expressions are separated by the comma operator here. The separate expressions, the separated expressions are evaluated from left to right, simplified here, evaluated. But the value of rightmost expression, the value of rightmost expressions become the value of entire expression. Value of entire expressions. So now, see what I'm doing here. I'm taking here a equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. Now in this case here, what is the rightmost variable here? 30. The rightmost variable is assigned here. So now if I'm trying to print the value of a, I'm getting 30. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, see the example. So I'm taking here int a equal to 4 and b equal to 5 and c equal to some 7. Take some variable here. Sum equal to a plus b comma a plus b plus c comma a only I am assigned. I am writing here a and now a plus b plus c. And printf percentage d sum. I am getting here the sum is rightmost variable. Rightmost variable is what? 4 plus 5 9, 9 plus 7 16 will come. Otherwise, if I am removing this, then a will, what is the value of a? 4 will come. Okay, so to separate any expression, comma is needed. Comma is needed. That is the purpose of comma. So comma is treated as one of the operator here that is used to separate the expressions also.